Hey guys, this is 97 Lego Maniac with another custom minifigure video, and for this video, I decided to make like a quick video on Mr. Negative from the Spider-Man PS4 game. I actually finally played Spider-Man PS4 during quarantine when I was at my girlfriend's place. Her family had like a PS4, so I decided to buy myself the Spider-Man game, and they were very kind enough to buy me Miles Morales for Christmas, so I was able to play that. It was a lot of fun, and that was really cool. So yeah, I really liked Mr. Negative. I thought he was a really cool antagonist, and I've always wanted to make more figures based on the Spider-Man game universe. So, and Mr. Negative was a figure I had in mind because I had some parts laying around. I ordered some parts as well, just like the head I used for Martin Lee. And I just thought because he's simple, all I really need to do is just paint. No sculpting really needed. I thought it would be a really cool figure to explore. So yeah, here we have Mr. Negative and Martin Lee on side by side. I wanted to make both of them because I just think he's a cool character, and having both figures in his like Mr. Negative persona and his Martin Lee persona, it would be really cool to have. Kind of like the yin and yang. You gotta have both of them. So yeah, and enough like stalling. I'll continue. Let's like take a look at each of these figures in more detail. So I wanted to talk about Martin Lee real quick. He was actually the second figure I've completed. So pretty much the detail here, I pretty much copied that from my Mr. Negative fig because he has to look the same obviously, but just with the inverse colors. So you can't really see. You can kind of make out the detail of the wrinkles in the pants. It's just like the same wrinkles I've done for Mr. Negative. And this sword, I don't know which sword this is. This is a Lego official sword with a different hilt, so I just like cut off the hilt to try and make it look a little bit accurate to the sword that he usually carries. And this head, I forgot which character it is, but it's this character from the Jurassic World set. Luckily I'm in like a custom minifigure group chat with few of the other customizers in the community, not just my friends but also like other great content creators out there. And I talked about what is a good head I could use for Martin Lee because I don't feel like painting one myself, and they pointed out the Jurassic World head because the character's Asian. That's something Lego needs to work on. They need to work on their skin tone palettes. I would really like it if they make like a skin tone that's kind of like in between of these two, because it's a little bit too orange for for certain Asian characters, because there are some light skinned Asians out there, but I don't want to use this skin color. But in the end it works out for Mr. Negative, because it does kind of look like him. So yeah, and the other cool thing I did here, I mean, this head does have like alternative expressions, so you can have them like that, which I think is really cool. But what I also bought a second head. I bought the same head, but I actually painted the effect here, so you can have like his negative energy power. I don't know what type of power it is. You can have him like surging through his skin and all, just like in the game, and I think that's really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Martin Lee, and very simple figure. But again, I really like painting figures like simple figures like this that doesn't have like a lot of sculpt sometimes, because sculpting does take a long time, and while they add a lot of detail for minifigures, and they're very creative as well, sometimes simple is the best for certain figs. And yeah, and I think it really shows. Like usually when it comes to my paint job on figures like this, it turns out extremely well. I mean, as you can see with Shang-Chi over here. Like, that's all painted, by the way, even the scales. And I don't know, it's kind of therapeutic in a way. So yeah. And here we have Mr. Negative, Martin Lee's evil persona. I really like this character, again, because with the whole yin and yang concept, I think it fits perfectly. He's such an odd character when you first hear about him, but he's actually really cool in the game, and I really like what they did with him. So yeah, he pretty much is pretty much the same thing what I did for Martin Lee, like same hairpiece. But the heads I actually fully painted myself. I try my best to make sure that before I make my own Martin Lee figure and deciding on this head that there's some resemblance in it, but I wanted to give a different expression. I didn't paint a dual expression for him. I didn't do that. I didn't really think that's necessary. Taking a sword out of the way, you can see like I really like this suit a lot better than the other one, because the thing about the black, like I can paint like gray lines for like the outlines here, but I can't really do that for the shading. So you can see it's easier on the white because I can do black outlines for like all the belt detail, the pockets, and all that. And but I can't really do shadings like underneath those gray outline details on the suit. But for this, I can. So you can see the light gray on this tie, light gray underneath, like you can see light gray on the sides here and under the pockets, and even on the flaps here. It just makes the figure look like it's kind of three-dimensional, even though all it is just really painted. And so yeah, and for his sword, it's the same sword, but what I did here, I actually got hot glue, and I moved the pieces around. I pretty much I just put hot glue on top, and I got a toothpick, and I started just scraping it off to give this some sort of like a flame look pattern. And what I ended up doing, I just give it a black wash, and yeah, and that's pretty much how I made a sword. And it's really effective. It's a cool looking piece, and I think it works very, very well. I got this idea from Jason, Jay Sparky Steel, when he made his Mr. Negative figure way back then, and it's a really good looking figure. And I think it's a good idea to do that. Hot glue is a really cool thing to use when you're making effect pieces. You guys will see that later when I show my Shang-Chi figure later on. I also did it for my Mandalorian for his flamethrower. Got that idea from Benson Bone, also another great customizer. So yeah, hot glue is an awesome thing to work with, especially if you have transparent paint. But it can be difficult though, because you have to be, even though it doesn't necessarily have to be clean though. Like this looks messy, but it works because it's supposed to look like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Mr. Negative. Very quick video on these two. So that's all, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and also follow me on Twitch, because I'm going to be streaming Genshin this week, so that's going to be fun. I've been like making a few streams on Twitch lately, and I wanted to promote it a bit more because I'm into streaming now. I think it's a really cool thing to do, and it certainly helps me pass time and stuff like that. Like usually after work or during the weekdays if I'm usually bored. So yeah, so feel free to follow me there to see what I'm up to. And I might do like minifigure streams in the future, maybe when I'm painting stuff. So yeah, other minifigures I have planned, I have Shang-Chi stuff. So you can see I have Shang-Chi. The torso is pretty much done, and most of the legs as well, and a bit of the arms. And I have like a base for Wenwu, the Mandarin. So that's awesome. And I have some really cool stuff planned for all these rings too. You might have seen my Instagram story if you follow me there. I'm not going to show it here. I want to keep it a secret for now. So yeah, next video, hopefully for the next group video, I'm going to have to get recreators out of the way. This thing has been a long project since 2017, I believe. So, and after that, maybe a next group project will finally be my Marvel Phase 2. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.